Welcome to We've All Done It, the podcast for leaders who know they've screwed up and are ready to fix it fast. I'm Kimberly Benoit, author, speaker, leadership coach, and Southern girl living outside of Washington, D.C. Here's what I believe. Every leader faces challenges and makes mistakes, but you don't need years of therapy-style coaching to fix them. You need someone to help you figure out what's actually going wrong, make smart adjustments, and get back on track quickly. That's exactly what I do through one-on-one coaching, targeted skill development, and group programs. Every episode of this podcast delivers real talk about common leadership pitfalls, practical strategies for recovery, and no BS guidance to improve how you lead yourself and others every single day. Whether you're here to listen and learn, or ready to work together and make real changes, you are in the right place. Now let's get to today's episode. Happy freaking New Year. How are you doing? I'm glad we made it through 2025. 2025 was a rough one. I don't know about you, but for many people in my life, for myself, 2025 was, shall we say, wild. It was chaos. And I was ready for the year to end. And as I came to the end of the year, I started thinking a lot about what I wanted from 2026. And in the blur of too much food, too much probably alcohol, too much shopping, I did make sure to take some time to shut things down. And I shut down inboxes, kind of did a little bit of a social media detox, which I have to tell you, highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. Log out of Facebook, log out of Instagram, log out of all of it, and just log out of LinkedIn, logged out of everything. And it was a much, much needed break for me to remove that mental clutter, to really think about, okay, what did I love about 2025? What did I really want to focus on in 2026? I got some purging done. And again, it's mental purging, it's physical purging of things that just take up space and add to the noise in our lives. But what I want to say is the point of slowing down and reducing the clutter was very helpful in me starting the year lighter and I believe with a new perspective. And that's kind of what I want to talk about in today's episode, is how we can reflect on our past year and then be really thoughtful about what we want to do in 2026. So we can start with 2025. My last live updated episode was really focusing on that. But the reality is it was a year of constant shifting and change. If you couldn't pivot, life was going to be very hard because strategies were changing, which meant operations had to change, which meant budgets were changing. It was a lot of chaos. It was a lot of uncertainty. And I feel like for many of us, it resulted in a lot of burnout and a lot of negativity. I know I felt it. It got to me on many occasions just because we make these wonderful plans and we want to execute them well, but sometimes life doesn't allow you to do that. And so as I was reflecting on the business, and trying to think through what did I want to focus on in 2026. There's so many of us, like I do this, where you pick a word and it becomes your grounding for whatever's thrown at you in the new year. And I kept coming back to the fact that there wasn't a single word that I wanted to focus on in 2026. I kind of found myself thinking more in themes of ways that I wanted to approach my business, the way I wanted to approach what I create for you, with this, how I want to approach my life in 2026. I want to learn from what went well and what didn't go well last year and try to apply that forward. So I thought I'd spend some time today just going over these themes and what you can expect to see coming in 2026 from me. So we're going to start with the first theme, and it's a theme that has some baby themes, some sub-themes in there. But when I was thinking about the work that I do and the work that seems to be most valued by you, my listeners, my clients, the people who are on my newsletter, it seemed to come down to a couple things that made sense. Like where I saw the most activity and the most engagement followed three central tenets. One, it was things that I made that were one, accessible, affordable, and actionable. And so as I started really thinking about what I want to do come 2026, like what do I want to offer you in addition to this wonderful podcast, is how can I bring more that fit within that tribe, that pyramid? And in part, that's where the summit idea really, I think, took off. And so I want to break down a little bit. What do I mean by those three things? So we'll start with accessible. I really want to make sure that I am providing you support when you need it in a form that is easy to access, a form that is easy to use, and that I'm doing it in a way that meets you where you are and how you need it. So, for instance, are there opportunities for me to create things that are live if you need it live? If there's opportunities where you need things in a more on-demand capacity, because quite frankly, our calendars fill up quite quickly and our schedules may not be aligned, but I still want to be able to offer you what you need when you need it. I also want to create an opportunity that if I'm not the solution for you, how do I help you find the right solution for you? Instead of you having to go seek it out, is there a way that I can help connect you to the right puzzle piece in your broader challenge? So for me, accessibility is around, again, making it easy for you to solve the problem you have, to seek the support you need. That should not be hard for you to do, and that should be easy for me to provide. Secondly, affordable. Budgets are tight. I know this. Corporate budgets have been constrained, which means personal budgets are constrained. People are very concerned about losing their jobs. And they also want to improve their skills because in a moment where the job market is so volatile, the best thing you can do is invest in yourself and to continue to grow and become a better leader. Or to try to move into leadership, how can I do it in a way that I am like starting from a place of strength and not a place of figuring it out on the fly? So I really wanted to make solutions and to continue to make options for you that were very affordable. Again, this podcast, free. This summit, you can register and watch any session for free. But if you need the on-demand, I've created an affordable option for you to get what you need when you need it. So again, fitting those two. How did I make something accessible and also make it affordable? Because at the end of the day, you need to be able to feel financially stable. I still kind of need to pay my bills too. So how do we work together to make sure we can meet both needs? Lastly is actionable. So when I create things for you, I know that we're in an attention economy. You have so many things demanding your attention. You have your job, your family, your friends, your community, your social media notifications that just never stop. Let me tell you, that was such a breather when that turned off. I highly recommend. So when we are talking about development and how to help you get from where you are to where you're trying to be or resolving a problem, as much as I want to help you think it through, I also want to give you solutions that you can go try. Everything doesn't have to be a deep, thoughtful, critical thinking exercise. Some solutions are very simple and are suggestions of like, hey, here's a list of 4 things. Go try those. Let me know how it goes. So I want to make sure that I'm giving you something, that you can get when you need, where you need it, that you can afford it, and that the time you spent is actionable. It is productive because you can see movement quickly. And so just, again, coming back, the summit is that. All of the sessions are built that when you walk away, there's something that you have immediately learned and can go try. I value your time. I value your attention. And I want to make sure that I am worthy of it by giving you something that actually works for you quickly. So whether it's the summit or I'm launching a membership in February, again, there's going to be more coming about that. You're going to hear a lot about the summit over the coming weeks, and then I'll hop into what the membership is so that you don't feel so overwhelmed. But just know all of the solutions that I am creating, even the individual coaching packages that I've reshaped, are truly trying to meet needs, what you need, when you need it, how you need it, and in a way that you can afford. So I want you to know, expect that from me coming forward. Everything that I create from here on out is going to be held against that test. Does it meet those three tenets? Does it fit within that paradigm? The last theme I want to tell you about, which I really started embracing at the end of 2025, but it wasn't until I sat down and really thought about it that I recognized that this was something I was doing differently. And I want to carry it into 2026 in a way that is not going to just cover business, but cover my entire life. And it really is around following joy. So where I am happy, where I'm doing something that brings me happiness, brings me joy, makes me smile, makes me feel good about who I am, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. How do I do more of those things as much as humanly possible? And yes, there are things that are going to be in life. For instance, do I hate marketing? Yes. But is that a part of business? Yes, it is. But can I find ways to embrace marketing that spark more joy and bring me more happiness than, say, what I've been doing? Can I try something in a different way? Just because it's what I've done it, how I've done it, doesn't mean I can't try something new that actually is more effective and actually makes me feel better about who I am and how I'm showing up. So I'm going to challenge you a little, is to pay attention to in your life of the things you do, the people you are around. How do they make you feel? Are there ways to be more joyful in your life? Are there ways to pursue the things that make you happy? Because let's be clear, life is tough. I think 2026 is going to present its own unique challenges, no differently than 2025 did. And so it's upon us, you, me, everyone around us, to say, I'm going to seek out joy. I'm going to seek out the things that make me happy and not allow myself to get stuck in places, in situations where I can't find them. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you have a job, I get it. That probably, most people who have jobs right now are not finding a lot of joy. There's a lot of fear, a lot of frustration, uh, which if you are, go to the summit. Just saying, registration, you should check out the summit. There's a lot of great stuff in there. But part of that is stop outsourcing certain things. We have to be responsible for seeking out the joy we need in our lives. I will own that I did not do that very well for parts of 2025. I felt like a victim. I kind of sat in that victimness of like, oh, this is happening to me. Let's stop. Yes, bad things are going to happen all around us. There are going to be things we cannot control that are going to suck, quite frankly. But what we can control is when we want to come out of that. What do we want to do? Where do we want to focus? What choices do we make next? I teach this to people all the time. So you would think I'd have it down, but I fall victim to it no differently than you do. So when I find myself sitting in that place of feeling like I have no control or feeling like I'm the victim of something, that is my moment to sit back and say, I have to seek something else out. It is my responsibility to look for different, to look for more, to make a different choice. And so I challenge you to do the same. Or I challenge you, what is a theme you want to find, a theme you want to pursue in 2026? If it's a word, go for a word. But I encourage you to be very thoughtful about how do you want to start this new year off? So I am going for action. I am going for happiness. I am going for excitement. And I hope I genuinely hope you stick around and hang out with me in 2026. Share the stuff that I'm doing because I'm really excited about it. And I want to know what you think about it. So, for instance, this podcast, as always, we're going to be doing some tweaking and trying new things and see what really resonates with you, the listener, which I'm very grateful to have your ears with me today in this moment. So I'm going to say, I ask all the time. I frequently ask, and no one ever takes me up on it, so I hope someone does, is what are your questions? What is a situation you're struggling with right now that you would love some insight to? Email podcast@KimberlyJBenoit.com. I read all of them. I've only gotten one. So send them, folks. Send them. I encourage you. What are the things you most want to hear about? What are the things that keep you up most at night? And let me know. And I'll make sure we get that addressed on the show. As well as in other things that I do. How can I bring these solutions to you? How can I bubble up? I know what I hear just from people around me in my world and in my bit broader universe, but you as my listener, because I can see you're listening. What do you want to hear about? What most is on your mind? So let me know. Tell me. I'm all ears. It is 2026. I am open and ready for whatever the universe is going to give this year. And what I do hope I see you guys and ladies. I hope I see everyone at my upcoming summit at the end of January. I am so excited for the 19 other people who are joining me. If you haven't heard about it, it is a 3-day free virtual event where we are going to be tackling a variety of issues related to how, as leaders, do we navigate uncertainty. So, because there's so much that has been there, there's still a lot that's out there so if you're struggling with what do you do strategically when everything around you keeps turning? So that great 3-year strategic plan just blew up. What do you do? Or if you're struggling with how to lead when you're scared shitless, quite frankly, because that happens. You don't know the answers, but they're looking to you to have the answers. What do you do? How do you navigate those moments well? We have 24 sessions total. Again, it's free to register. So the link is in the bios and in the show notes. I really encourage you to check it out. There are some phenomenal speakers. I'm so grateful they're coming and supporting this event. It is my first summit. So if nothing else, just come to support a brand new event and expect me in all my glory at this event. And I just, again, hope to see you there. So until next time, take care. Let's start this year with the best of intentions possible. Let's go get it in the best way possible. And I can't wait to see you next week. And I can't wait to see you at the summit. Take care. Hey, everybody. One more thing before you go. If today's conversation resonated with you, you need to know about Navigating Uncertainty, my virtual leadership summit in January. I've brought together 21 incredible leaders who are sharing exactly how to lead with confidence when nothing feels certain. We're covering strategy, team leadership, operations, and innovation. Basically everything you need to turn uncertainty into your advantage. It's free to attend live, or you can grab an all-access pass with lifetime replays and extra bonuses for $97. Links in the show notes. Please register now, and trust me, this is going to be a game changer for your leadership in 2026. See you there.